So my friends who told me to start on YouTube told me for my intro I should always say something random, so here goes. Something random. Okay, so all jokes aside, I'm here to help you guys actually in this time. This video we're actually starting to drop the value. I'm going to actually start this off to kick off my Instagram series. I'm going to be spreading the videos across a couple of days and across a couple of different topics. To start, I want to help you guys find Instagram influencers. And I'm going to show you guys the way I do it. I have a couple different techniques, a couple different ways to reach out to influencers. So I'm going to eventually make videos on that too. But today is just looking for the influencers, and I'm going to provide that value for you guys. So we're going to jump into my computer and we're going to get started. Okay guys, so we're inside the computer. We're on Instagram.com right now. We're going to go on the desktop just because it's a little bit easier for you guys to see what I'm doing. I don't really want to be cluttered on the phone, and I honestly hate screen recording. So we're going to go with this. This should work. You could do this on desktop or your phone, whatever you want to do it. So let me just get this straight. We're going to go right into finding some influencers for a certain niche. I'm going to give you an example niche, which leads me to my first step on how to find influencers. It's going to be Word documents right here. Know your niche. Extremely crucial, basically part of the plan. Without this, you honestly can't do much. If you don't know your niche, you don't know what you're looking for. And most of the times, from some people that I've helped, they don't even know what niche to go into, and they're having extremely hard times finding influencers. Know your niche is also relative to knowing something that you actually know about, like getting a niche that you actually know about. Reason being is you don't want to go into something you do not know anything about, because it might be hard for you to market. That's not saying that you can't do it, but I personally wouldn't recommend it, especially if you're just a beginner. So let's get that out the way. Please know your niche. So the example niche we're going to go for on this video, go something that I'm actually passionate about. We're going to do photography. I've got this camera for like about a year. I'm a beginner photographer. It's just kind of like a hobby of mine, so we're gonna put that down. That's gonna be our example niche. So write that. I don't know why it's not showing. There we go. Photography. Boom. So that's gonna be our niche that we're gonna use in this example video. I'm just gonna put some brackets around it or something. I don't know why they don't show up. Ignore that, please. All right. That's going to be our bracket niche. So basically, assuming that we do know, what our niche is, we also want to know what our product is. I wouldn't necessarily find like your golden ticket product right away. I would say just start off with a niche and then look for the pages before you even start making the website, because you don't want to be one of those people who is like, oh my god, this is the perfect niche, but then you go on Instagram and you find no pages on it. That could be like something like, some random niche, like, I don't know, let's say like something related to like foot fetishes or something. Excuse the randomness. But like, how many pages are there really for foot fetishes? I don't know actually, but I mean, there might not be none. And if there is none and that happens to be your niche with some weird product, I mean, then you're screwed. So yeah, get something that, look for a niche, look for pages, and then, then find your golden product. But for the moment, I would say just kind of look and browse at the selection of products for that niche. So by that, I mean, let's just go on AliExpress. I was checking out biking. I was going to use that as an example, but honestly, I couldn't find any biking pages, so I'm just going to ignore that. So we're going to go with photography. So I'm going to put that in, and actually, we're going to go through here. So consumer electronics, and we're going to click on the photography thing. They have like a photo section right here, camera and photo. So I'm just going to take a quick look at their products. Oh, never mind. Okay, we'll just start from scratch. Should be somewhere around here. All right, here. Boom. Camera and photo. So we're just going to take a look at their products. I'm just going to do the generic thing, sort by order, and we're going to play. So let's say, these are all boring. Okay, let's say this bag is our product that we're trying to market. It's pretty cool. It comes with, it comes with enough space to hold your camera, a couple lenses, and some extras. Perfect for a photographer that's on the go. Just wants a simple camera bag that doesn't look too bad, looks pretty clean, and at an affordable price. I mean, obviously you would mark this up, but yeah, say we're selling for $60, which still isn't bad for something like this, in my opinion. But yeah, let's just go ahead and look for that. So saying this is our product, we're going to actually start looking for photography pages, and pages that we could essentially market this product on through influencers. So basically, how I start is I just want to go to the simple search bar. Super simply, I would want to put the keyword most relevant to our niche. So in this case, our keyword is going to be photography. Easy enough. And I would actually just start going down the list of users right here, and just going through their profile and making sure to just check out for two things. See if they're actually relevant, and basically by that I mean, they're posting consistently, and then see if they have the possibility of being open for business. Basically meaning that if they have something that's in their bio that says, "Oh, please DM me for business," or have an email, for something like that, or in general, if you just see ads on the page, that's all good signs that they would be willing to work with you as an influencer. So let's get started. So I'm just gonna go through. I'm just gonna open new tabs for a couple of them. So I'm just gonna open a grip load right now. Let's just get a couple in. I'm gonna skip a couple. Let's do that one. That one's cool, and that one. So this is the most tedious part in my opinion, because you have to just go through the profiles, but it's not too bad. It's just a quick glance. So let's just look. So this is Nikon photography, obviously camera shot by Nikon, or picture shot by Nikon. Looks like it's somebody's personal account, and based on their feed, it doesn't really look like they would be willing to work with influencer. It just kind of looks like they're, basically blogging kind of lifestyle. So we'll ignore this one. So that's a no. Same thing with this Canon photo one. Same deal. So we'll just ignore that one. This one just looks like he shoots pictures of models in black and white. So yeah, honestly, an ad would just look terrible on this. I wouldn't even recommend it, even if he was open to it. All right, this one has potential. Basically, it has one of the things that we're looking for right here. DM me for credits or for business. That is exactly what we're looking for. So one of the things I would do is I would actually follow it. I'm actually following it already because I was going to have that for the example. So I would just follow that right away. You can either close the tab or leave it. I'm just going to close it for right now. So we'll just close that. We have them on our follow tab. So it's all good. So this is another one where I would say it's a yes because they simply have DM for promotion. We're already 2 in a row. I followed this one earlier, so there we go. I'm going to look for one more really quickly, and then we'll just keep on. I'll show you guys the next steps on what I do. So we're going to go right here. So perfect right here. So official photography. This one I did not follow. So here we go. We found another one. Boom. Paid promotion. Perfect. Let's just look really quick. And yeah. So one thing I really focus on right now is I'm just trying to get a set list built up before I even check. I know you have to check for engagement. You want to make sure their followers are legit and all that extra stuff. I personally just kind of stack up my list, and then from there, eventually, weed out the ones that don't work. I'd rather have a big list to start from of people that could potentially be influencers, and then pick the ones that I would want to work with, than just, going as a crapshoot and checking everyone individually. I think that saves a little bit of time, and, it's a little bit less of a headache. Instead of going through every single of those steps, you might as well just knock them all off in big portions, and then just, toss them to the side. Just my 2 cents on that, so yeah. So I'm going to follow this one. And I'll just check this last one just in case. Alright, so this one doesn't really look like it would work for us, but you never know. So I'm just going to, whatever. So we're going to go back to the main page on Instagram. Boom. Sorry guys, so I had technical difficulty, so we're back on. So what you want to do is you're going to want to go, we're going to open up the 3 pages that we're following. So I'm just going to open them up at different tabs. And the next step on how I do this is I would actually look for, basically, I would look for this magical arrow. So not all pages have this. That's one thing to keep in mind. Some pages actually turn it off, which kind of sucks because you can't find similar pages that way. But that's basically what this does. This basically allows you to find similar pages. So based on this one, this one's not the best page. Obviously, I'm just finding a lot of normal people, but, it might be worth a shot. Let's just check this out. So this one, we'll do a DM me for your pic. It looks like she takes pictures. It's just kind of herself, it looks like. So we won't do that one. But this gives you the option to look for more and more basically pages to market. This is really cool. This is one of the techniques I use. Once I find a good one, I just keep on looking. Boom, 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 boom. Going through all these. One by one by one. I mean, obviously I'm skipping right now for the sake of the video. But I just go one by one by one and just keep on looking for pages that might be willing to work out a deal of some sort. So, this one might work out. So he says DM for a picture for shout out. But, that says for normal shout, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he won't be open. And actually, I would say it's likely that he would be open to work for business. So we'll keep this guy in mind. So we're just gonna follow him. And again, boom, we just has the drop down arrow, so we're pretty much good. We can just keep on moving, looking at people. So that's one of the main strategies I use, basically to look for influencers. It's going to help you a lot. So we'll just keep on doing that. And then you just basically want to make your list bigger. So boom, pay promotions, collabs only, boom. Simple as that. So this guy direct message me, please turn on, blah, 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 shout out. You know what? Screw it. Get worth a shot. So we're going to do that. So that's basically that. So that's one of the things one of the ways I look for influencers. So basically, to recap, that's going to be just type in your main keyword and look at pages and just find people who, are willing to work right away. And from there, find people who have the arrow, or out of the ones that you found, look for the pages that contain the arrow. So that way you can look for similar pages down the line and you're just building up your list. That's like extremely crucial part that a lot of people do not do, and I would highly recommend it. That's how I found my influencers. Eventually, I mean, you would want to work with the influencers, so when it comes to DMing them, I will make a completely different video on that. I'm basically showing you how I would DM them and basically, go from there. This video is just mostly about finding the influencers and starting off with your list. So we're gonna go with that. So another method is basically looking for hashtags relevant to that. So photography, we're actually going through the hashtag this time. This might not be the best one because it's so big. Everybody probably uses this hashtag. Any amateur photographer, I use this hashtag when I take a picture. So this might not be the best example to show you like a hashtag search, but maybe for, like biking or some other type of niche, it might work out. That's just another thing. Again, this is a very tedious thing. You would have to go through every page and just kind of look for that one that's going to basically look like he'll be willing to work with you. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you my next method on how to find influencers. So basically, I'm going to go on this website called Shoutcart. I hope you guys have heard of it. If not, it's totally okay. So basically what this website is, it's basically a network for influencers to come on and just provide their services to people. So it's a little bit cool because it has everybody on here already that would want to promote, and it has their prices. But one tip I strongly recommend is do not hit them up on here. They're so used to because since they have their prices already listed, that they're gonna get that price. It's very, very hard to talk somebody down on this website. So what I do is I actually take their username, follow them on my personal account, or my business account, whatever you're using on Instagram, and DM them through there. So that way you at least have the ability to negotiate with them, maybe talk the price down. Plus, I'd rather just, go through PayPal than through the service of Shoutcart when it comes to payment. So basically, the really cool thing about this is basically just a big search engine, and so we'll just give it a shot so I can show you guys. So as you search for influencers, we're going to put that main keyword I told you guys about, pertaining to our niche, so photography on this instance. Boom. And it's going to pop up influencers that would want to work and are willing to work, as influencers to market our products. So it's really, really cool. There's a good amount of pages. This usually works for most niches. The cool thing too is you can also set the amount of followers you want them to have. Score is something I don't really pay attention about because I actually go through, making sure their engagement's good and all that. And I think that's going to be for a separate video. This video is just trying to basically initially build and stack up your list of potential influencers. In the next video, I want to show you guys how to weed them out. So really quick, let's just say that this is an influencer we're going to want to work with. I would just basically, on the phone, or if you're doing it on a computer, you would just basically take their name, search them up, and you're going to want to give them a follow, and basically that. So in the next video, I'm going to basically show you guys how I go through all the influencers, how I make sure everything's legit before I actually, decide to work with them or not. At this point, though, once I get my list, and usually my list of influencers, that potential influencers, is about 15 to 30. I would just basically initially send them all DMs just to see what I get back. The reason why I do that is because honestly, I usually get 2 out of every 15 actually message me back. And so yeah, you just want to get as much messages back as you can, and then from there, decide which ones to keep and which ones to work with. Which ones to trash and which ones to work with. Yeah, so that's basically it. That'll be part 2 of this video. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. So I do appreciate you guys watching the video and subscribing, for all you guys who did.
I'm still working on the schedule of how I'm going to produce the videos. I do want to do about 3 a week, just so I don't oversaturate the channel and get repetitive along the way. I want to keep everything fresh and kind of, you know, just give you guys pure value as we go. Like I said, part 2 of this video is going to be how I actually weed out the trash influencers and stick with the good ones. And then eventually we'll have a video on how I message them and all that stuff. That's just in the time to come. Sorry this video is a little bit basic, but I do hope it helps some of you guys. You know, that's all we're trying to do here. We're just trying to get out of the rat race, like I said earlier in the first video. Besides that, that's the end of this video. If you found any value, I would really appreciate it if you guys subbed, you know, like the video, and comment below what you thought. Also comment what you would want me to, you know, talk about in the future, whether it be regards to Facebook ads or something else. I am still learning those, so as I learn and progressively get better at them, I will share that knowledge with you guys. So just be patient with me on some videos. I can't really do everything at the same time, but I'm learning along the way like you guys are. So I'm really, really appreciative once again. Thank you for watching. This is Rat Race Ecom.